Hello and welcome to Cut That Promo, our weekly wrestling podcast that drops right here on YouTube.com/sit-down showdown every Wednesday night. I'm your host, John Lucas, alongside my co-host, Vanny Bernard. Where you at, bruh? Now, you don't know one can see you walking in all slow, right?
Walking in all cool, nonchalant. This guy. This is unbelievable.
This is a first here on Cut That Promo, and for all of us as podcasters, the Vandalizer has officially returned, and he has returned with the Cut That Promo Championship.
He's got the gold. It's been a long time coming, but it's here.
As he sits on his throne.
There's just an aura, a presence that he's radiating right now.
I see he's not even acknowledging the fact that we're here right now. But you can follow Vandy on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at JamLucas18. You can follow Kevin at OrtizKevin90. You can follow the show at Cut That Promo and the channel at Sit Down Showdown. Subscribe to us on YouTube.com/SitDownShowdown. We are the generation that grew up in the Attitude Era. This is our take on the business.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, brother?
1 second. I gotta address the glorious ones.
Go ahead.
Folks,
IWC.
IWC, as I drop my glasses. It's okay because it was a perfect drop. It was a
I meant to be there.
Right.
glorious drop.
It was glorious.
Folks, I told you at one time or another
He did.
that greatness was going to start. Greatness was going to arrive here at Cut That Promo. It's just in time for Thanksgiving. Folks, you're welcome. Because for the first time ever, your new Cut That Promo champion, your boy, the Vandalizer. And I plan on holding on to this title for a very, very long time. We're talking through Royal Rumble season. We're talking through WrestleMania 33. We're talking through SummerSlam next year. Heck, you know what? We might as well extend it to Survivor Series of next year. You know what?
A full year reign.
We're gonna go 4 years. You know what? I might just have a Bruno Sammartino reign. That's how good I'm feeling, you know? And you know, folks, I'm sorry that you guys had to suffer through these 2 reigns for as long as you did. But I have saved you. I have saved you. I have brought greatness to this set. I have brought greatness to this podcast, and most importantly, I have brought greatness to YouTube. So wrestling fans all around the world, you're damn welcome.
I like it. So, SummerSlam. Survivor Series and NXT Toronto were this past weekend. Overall, great weekend of wrestling. I really enjoyed a lot of the matches. NXT Toronto, man, those NXT guys, straight killing it. I think match of the weekend, I think we have to agree, was the Revival versus DIY.
Yeah.
That match was fantastic. And I'll give their credit to the Revival. Whenever they are in matches, whoever's involved in the match, those false finishes are so believable. They really get you sucked in. They get you really chanting for the opposition of them. And with the Revival, the one thing they do, they always crawl under the ring and attack the other tag team partner. I love that. It is literally beautiful. I'm like, why don't more people do this?
Nice, the heel is nice.
They are.
It's great. Just to cut off the ring, really work body parts, and I forget what the finisher's name, but just it's so great to look at, and it's like, whoa, that was nasty.
Yeah,
you really nailed that one, you know. But it was a great match. 2 out of 3 falls, which I didn't even know going into the match. I think it just made it that
much better.
Yeah, it was cool to see. Definitely probably the match of the weekend for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and jump into Kev's Corner for all the wrestling news of the world. Kev, what have you heard?
So, some of the bigger news.
Before you start, you know I'm champ, right? I think that's the news you need to start with.
You know what? There's a reason I wore black today on this show, and it's because I wanted to mourn the death of this championship right over here, okay? It's in the wrong hands. Clearly. You can see that. I made a dumb decision. For some reason, I picked Team Raw to win last week. The men's, that is. I don't know why. because I'd already picked 2 of other Raw's teams to win. So I made a mistake. Mistakes happen. But hey, again, I'm in mourning. I feel sad. But it's okay. Because in a couple weeks' time, at the next pay-per-view was a TLC.
TLC in
Ain't
2 weeks.
away. Gosh dang.
That title
week.
that title's gonna change hands. I'm sorry, man. Your reign is gonna be short-lived. It's gonna be short and sweet. But it's coming to an end very soon. So enjoy that title now that you have it, because you're not gonna have it again.
Did you not just hear me address the glorious ones? This reign's gonna last a long time.
I heard that. You heard him say that?
I think I heard him say
Yeah,
it.
he said that. But that's okay, because you're just lying to the people. You're lying straight to their faces.
Do not be deceived, my friend.
You're forgetting the biggest thing of all. Any man with 2 hands has a fighting chance.
Exactly.
Yo, we're gonna get to that when I come out.
Yeah, we are, man. But and on a more serious note, we'll dive in to see. So Goldberg announced he's going to be there until the 2017 Royal Rumble. At least up until that point. Probably even further, I'd assume, because most likely something's going to happen with him in the Royal Rumble, which will lead to him having what I'm assuming is a match versus Lesnar at that WrestleMania that year.
I think what will happen is they'll both be in the Rumble. Then they can confront each other, eliminate each other, and everyone will be happy. The Brock will eliminate whoever he wants. Goldberg will probably eliminate like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
Jobbers.
Everybody's next.
Yeah, just kidding. It's everybody's next.
Everybody's
if
next.
he enters early and really just spears everyone throughout the whole match, that'd be
awesome.
interesting. I would like to see it, but I don't know how our fans will take it. So we'll see. Because now that it's implanted that he might be going for another title run.
Yeah.
I don't know if it should happen. I don't want it to happen because I can think of other opportunities for the 2 championships.
Yeah.
Plenty. So we'll see, though. It should make for an interesting dynamic. What I can see happening, now that I really think about it, if Goldberg does just spear everyone out of their shoes, I can see him going for a spear on Lesnar. Lesnar grabs him in the midst of the spear, and they both go over at the same time, or he like belly to bellies him over. Goldberg grabs him, and they both go out. Something like that. As long as they eliminate each other, then we're okay.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, I have reason to hate you still. I have reason to hate you. Attack.
Right? Just beat each other up outside the ring.
For sure. Wrestling. But yeah, so just real quick while we're on the subject of Goldberg and Lesnar, dust has settled a little bit. We're recording this Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about the match with Goldberg and Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series? If y'all let me go first, I'll go first.
I don't mind.
Let me go first.
Okay, please.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
So, initially, I was a little upset about it. Just because it was another squash match, pretty much. This is the main event of Survivor Series. And it was over in, a minute, 26 seconds, I think is what they're calling it now.
Yeah.
And I'm not so upset with the fact that Goldberg won, which, again, none of us thought was going to happen. That was a big that was probably shock of the year as of right now.
Yeah.
And nobody thought that Goldberg was winning that match, but for him to just squash Brock Lesnar, that hurt, man. That hurt seeing. Because, again, Brock Lesnar's the guy who squashed almost everybody else on the entire roster as of right now, to this point. So to have Goldberg, an old man, 49 years old I think he is, coming back, his first match in, God knows how long, 12 years, if something along those lines. And for him to dominate in less than 2 minutes versus the best wrestler right now in the WWE, the Beast incarnate, I don't know, man. I just don't know how to feel about it, because this is me now. Goldberg, he's the best. Like he can destroy. I mean, and that's what it must mean, right? He can destroy everybody on the entire roster easily. He can beat Cena. He can beat Orton. He can beat Undertaker. He can beat all those guys.
For sure.
So I mean, can he? I don't know, man. I have mixed emotions still about that entire segment, And
Understandable.
I wanted Brock to win. I wanted to see a match, though. That was the most important thing to me. I didn't want to see 2 spears, jackhammer slam. Match is over.
Yeah.
I wanted to see 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Again, it's the main event of the night.
Yeah.
And it lasted less than 2 minutes. The entrances were longer than the match.
Yeah, they were.
You know what I mean? So
the calling of their names was longer than the match.
Yeah.
So
just Goldberg entrance alone, him just walking out to the ring, starting in the back, was longer than the match. So
it's all wrestling terms. It's wait until the bell rings.
Yeah.
It's like the all entrances.
So I mean, I'm a little upset about how it turned out. Again, just really the length is the biggest thing for me, and how short of a match it was.
For sure.
I wasn't too upset with the victor, but it's just
the way they went about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Benny.
Good points, man. I mean, when we were texting and it happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Jaw dropping.
I don't think I've had that jaw dropping moment since when Lesnar defeated Taker.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 30. So I'm blown away, and I couldn't stand it because this is a dude Lesnar that beat Taker, has been unbeatable for 2 years.
Yeah.
And he loses to a dude that, and we've talked about it before off camera and on camera plenty of times, that the victory, whoever beat Brock Lesnar, should be somebody that you're gonna skyrocket. You're gonna push somebody that really needs the victory. Goldberg's gonna have maybe one more match, 2 more matches.
Yeah.
And that's it. The dude's 49 years old. Why the heck are you gonna give him the win?
That's true.
So absolutely made no sense to me at all.
It didn't.
And I just kind of hated the way they were going about things with just kind of just killing stories just for the money value behind it or just the mainstream value behind it, as opposed to really sticking to the story and letting things develop as for us as wrestling fans and just trying to entertain the casual fan. And so that's why I hated it.
Yeah.
And then Monday came around. Watched it back, while I was at work. Took my break and said, you know what? I'm gonna watch Survivor Series back a little bit.
You still had about 28 minutes after your, to enjoy your break. So.
right, very true. So, I watched it, and after I saw it back, I said, you know what? It's shocking. It's shock value.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And I'm curious to know what happens next. I mean, I'm not the biggest Goldberg fan, but I don't despise the dude. Yeah. So, I said, you know what? This is something different. Because Lesnar did lose. Again, albeit, I still think it should have been to somebody else. But that's WWE's decision, just like I think Taker his streak should have never ended.
Yep.
But that's WWE's decision. So, just go along with it. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because I'm curious what happens next. It definitely does lead for more because it's now more character development for Brock Lesnar. Because as opposed to him destroying everybody, I don't know, he's destroyed Taker, he's destroyed Orton, he's destroyed Cena. But now it's, okay, Lesnar has this different obstacle in his career now. He hasn't lost in 2 years. Now he's a guy that he's lost to twice.
2 times.
And, I mean, I didn't think they could have a worse match than the WrestleMania 20 match, but they had a worse match than the WrestleMania 20 match.
They had 3 moves.
This wasn't a match.
It wasn't.
The outcome was a lot better because of what's going to come.
Right.
And so, again, this is a character development for Lesnar because it's kind of, now does he have doubt? Am I that great of am I the beast? Is Goldberg now the beast?
The beast got slayed.
The beast got slayed. Doubt starts running his mind, man, can I beat Goldberg at all? Is this the one guy that has my number?
Yeah, it might
and
be.
kind of this, that you kind of remember when Rock had that vendetta of he needed to beat Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I think now Brock's kind of on this trip of, okay, I have to beat Goldberg. Before I'm done, I have to get a victory over Goldberg. I'll stop at nothing I don't care about anything else. I'll stop at the titles, don't matter. I will stop at nothing to beat Goldberg. So it kind of adds another character development. And that's why I'm fine with it now.
Yeah, makes sense.
I read that on Cage Side Seats, they're saying when they're talking with, they brought up an interview that Dave Meltzer did, and we're big fans of him on here and what he does. So, and he was talking to how Brock had talked with Lesnar, and how exactly the conversation went down, we don't know. But what he was saying was how Brock went to Vince and said that, hey, I want to continue this program with Goldberg because I see big money in it. And of course, Vince saw big money in it too.
Cha-ching!
And that was kind of the reason they were with the squash match. And they were saying it wasn't because of Goldberg any injury, but it was because they wanted to Goldberg to see like a
truly unstoppable
force. So to continue the story, so it makes him look strong going into the next match, which
it does.
inevitably is going to happen. So
yeah.
Listen, I'm fine with it now because it does increase the story. I'm making Goldberg's into the Royal Rumble. It adds another layer to things coming up and an interesting road to WrestleMania season to kick off.
For sure.
So it's a great decision, I think. Great decision to go this route.
I mean, it makes sense, you know. Like I said, this, like we just talked about, it's going to lead to them having another match eventually down the road. Storytelling is in place as of right now. But I still agree with your first point, though. I still think it should have been somebody else that they gave the push to. It could have been like a Shinsuke, a Samoa Joe, you know, one of those guys. Or someone else on the roster who deserves it, you know, I guess at this point.
Yeah. And I'm not going to change that stance. No matter how I do like the story, I'm not going to change that stance. I still believe it should have been someone else, just as Taker should have never lost.
Yeah.
His streak at WrestleMania. I'm not gonna flip on that. But, you know, at this point, for what they did do, okay. Yeah.
I'm not upset about it. Just imagine Bray Wyatt. Let's say he hit a couple Sister Abigails, knocked out Lesnar, gave him a pin, 1, 2, 3. How huge would that have been, for this guy? I mean, it would have been phenomenal.
Big.
It would have been the push he deserves and desperately needs. So, you know, that's just my point. That's just the way I kind of looked at it. But yeah, you made a lot of great points too. It's good. It's obviously good money for the business. That's the most important thing to them, obviously.
Yeah. For me, like you had mentioned, no one had been shocked like this since the Undertaker lost.
Yeah.
And I know you both have said Lesnar's matches have been getting boring. It's really the same thing every single match. People are starting to boo him now. And personally for me, it was probably one of my favorite moments ever. I'm not even gonna lie. When you can get a wrestling fan, you really got them. And I remember I mentioned to you guys, they're going to have an MMA style fight. And who's the biggest name in MMA? Ronda Rousey. How does she win her fights? Less than a minute, typically. Old Goldberg, how does he win his matches?
Less than a minute.
Less than a minute. And I'm not saying it should have went down the way it should have. I was expecting a match.
Yeah.
But I've also heard from numerous people, it's hard, this is a quote from Kevin Nash, it's hard to get 12 minutes at a house show with Goldberg in his prime. You know, and if Goldberg really did get injured the Raw previous to SummerSlam, Survivor Series, that could have been a big factor into why they didn't have a real match. He couldn't take a bump, maybe, because he didn't. He really stayed off the mat. His back didn't touch the mat one time. And for me, it was just utterly shocking.
Yeah.
Just that I leaped off, in the best way possible. I know I say it a lot. I leaped off the couch, ran around my room with my friend Ryan. I was like, I can't believe this just happened right now. I literally can't. I know some people pick Goldberg to win. I know a lot of people believe Lesnar was going to win because this is the rubber match. Mm-hmm. He has to win. He has to win to keep the story going.
Yeah.
Goldberg won in such a shocking fashion. My thoughts are thinking, what's going to happen on Raw tomorrow?
Yeah.
And that is what WWE wants. The ratings reflected that too. They had good ratings for Raw. And I know we're not such a stickler for ratings, but they keep more people tuning in. That's what they need. And like you had mentioned it, they're entertaining the casual fan now. I don't necessarily think that's such a bad thing because the casual fans, what they need to bring in. We're hardcore. We'll call ourselves marks. We love watching WWE wrestling. We will always consume WWE wrestling to the point where it's not stupid or bubblegum bullshit, you know? And just bringing in the lapsed WCW fan after it went under. Goldberg's fighting again? He killed Brock Lesnar, who just won in UFC this year in a minute and 26 seconds. That's huge news. It was buzzworthy. It got people talking, and that's huge because no one's gotten people to talk about wrestling this year more than Matt Hardy. And I think in this one match, they were able to do more than what Matt Hardy's been able to do, and he's been fantastic this year as well. I really enjoyed it. It was so shocking. It was something you never thought you would ever see. Ever. Yeah. Goldberg squashing a jobber in 3 seconds? That can happen. Yeah. Brock Lesnar losing a match in less than 5 minutes. I saw a stat. This is the fastest main event in the Big Four's history.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So it's utterly shocking. It got us talking. It keeps the conversation going. And now the biggest thing of all, Goldberg is now a main event player perceived better than the WWE. Because Lesnar owned the WWE roster, like you guys had mentioned. He beaten all the big names. He's beaten everybody. Who's left that's on the main roster for Lesnar to try to kill? There's no one left. The people that's left to try to beat Lesnar are in NXT.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe, Shinsuke. I don't think Austin Aries will do it, but there's names down there that could have taken the mantle from Lesnar. Yeah. I would love Bray Wyatt to have taken the mantle from Lesnar. I don't know if that's going to happen this year. I think Bray and Randy are going to go into program probably,
Yeah.
which should be good. I'll actually be excited to see that. But it's just shocking because now, let's say they don't go with a Lesnar Goldberg WrestleMania match. This might be Lesnar Goldberg Undertaker possibly. We could see Goldberg John Cena possibly. We could see Goldberg AJ Styles possibly. He's a main event. They made him a main event player in one night, in one way no one ever thought we would see.
Can't argue that.
Yeah, so
You know?
that was just our just thoughts on that because it's been so wild. I had so many thoughts. I just want to vocalize. I want to keep talking about it.
Right.
That's what's cool about this whole situation. But yeah, I think we're done with that rant now.
Yeah. Sounds good.
So, any other big news of the world?
Yeah. So Mike Johnson of PW Insider, who's on the Taz show
Yep.
just recently, and there's a pair of rumors that the phenomenal one, Mr. AJ Styles, may be next in line, if you will, to challenge the Undertaker for the WWE Championship. That
sure.
is, which I think would be awesome. I'd love
would.
to see that. And
Yeah.
I was telling you guys earlier in the week that Styles and Taker could work. Just because Styles is not a huge body. He's not a Cena. He's not like a Randy Orton who's a super tall guy,
Yeah.
super muscular guy. Kind of harder for Undertaker to pick up and do his tombstones, his power bombs and whatnot too. But you think Styles a little bit lighter than those guys or are? He can get power bomb, last ride, tombstone pretty
More
easily
nimble.
more nimble without doing much harm to the Undertaker.
Yeah, and he can. He's
He's
phenomenal,
phenomenal, yeah,
and
so-
he can really have a great match with anybody.
Yeah.
It's an interesting dynamic. It's a dynamic I never thought I'd ever see. That's for damn sure.
No doubt.
But if it's possible, man, what I would love to see Spot to finish the match. If Undertaker, the win, phenomenal forearm, catch up for the tombstone.
No, that'd be
that would be
awesome.
insane, dude. That would be so cool to see. But just the thought of Undertaker possibly getting another world title opportunity. I mean, for me, that's awesome. He's on my shirt too. Like it's. But I know we're all long time Undertaker fans. So just I know for you guys it's a little different. Maybe not want to see him the old Taker.
Yes. But I just think him and Styles couldn't actually put on a match that I'd enjoy seeing. It'd actually be a good match.
With you.
Like if he faced like Cena, I mean, there's gonna be like certain spots that happen there. Same thing with like if he faces Randy Orton, there's certain things that they can do because they don't have the ability that Styles has. That like they're not as flexible. They don't have the agility. They can't jump off the top rope and do phenomenal forearms and whatnot. So I'd love to see it, man. I really hope that does happen. Yeah, I think that'd be a hell of a match.
I'm with you on that.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. I mean, AJ's my favorite wrestler right now.
Yeah.
Currently, Undertaker one of my all-time favorites. So I'd love to see that match between them two.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mike Johnson's, I think, is on Jim Ross's podcast. I need to listen to that back. Maybe there's some more truth into that rumor. But we'll see. This should be an interesting dynamic, So we can go ahead and dive back on into our pay-per-view reactions from Survivor Series. Overall for Survivor Series, what do we want to give the show a grade? Because I think it was a fantastic show. It didn't even go the full 4 hours.
Thank goodness.
I know. It was great. I was like, wow, it's like 10:30. I can go to sleep at a decent time. Like, you kidding me? For me, I think I have to give them a B to a B plus. I think the show, top to bottom, was pretty good. There's a few iffy matches in there. Even the Cruiserweight Championship match wasn't bad. The crowd just wasn't in it.
Like they usually aren't,
Yeah.
right?
And then to all the Survivor Series traditional matches were good.
Yeah.
All of them. I had a few. The one gripe I had with the women's match, Nia Jax tapping out.
Yeah,
I was
kind of
like,
a shocker.
what? Like, if I'm looking at the defense, Becky Lynch, one of the 4 horsewomen, was the one to submit her. That is Nia Jax's first official loss on the roster.
Yeah.
And they gave it to Becky Lynch? I don't know, no problem with that.
Yeah.
It keeps Becky Lynch, like,
Super strong.
yeah, she was the sole survivor of SmackDown, too, as well.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, so...
Yeah.
It was shocking to see. There was definitely a lot of shocks this night.
And the boss was getting eliminated pretty early too.
I know that was
a
big
shocker.
shock. I remember you picked her and Charlotte for your Soul Survivors.
That was a shock right
I
there.
get that one.
Yeah. Going back to shocks, New Day being eliminated.
That was
super
a
early,
huge shock.
Yeah.
They got super kicked to Kofi, I think, and then it was over.
Yep.
I know.
What?
As soon as I saw it, I was like, Kofi's out. Oh my god! What? No! Like not
They got
now.
eliminated so fast.
So I hit the showers quick that night.
Yeah, shit.
And the men's Survivor Series match, First, this is probably the best Survivor Series match, traditional match I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of them, a lot of them, and this one was, I think it was over an hour long, if not an hour. It was very close to that. I need to check the official times, but it was paced well, great spots, scary spot when Shane was going to do the coast to coast and Roman
got speared, man.
And his head bounced. Oh,
yeah.
It was thing of beauty. But then you could see Shane in his eyes. No one was home, man. It was just booming.
Because he was getting covered by Reigns, and he was
just he's and this is the one time I'll allow it out of pure instinct. Keep your shoulder up. Don't give up the pin if you're not supposed to. And then you can see like the referee he's like, getting away. He's like, whoa, no, this is over. And then did you see what Randy did?
Yeah,
Randy walked over to Shane McMahon's kids. Was like, when shit goes sideways, I know how that is. The kids are ringside, so it was like, he's gonna be all right.
He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's good.
He'll be all right.
This is what he does, and he was on SmackDown this week. So good to see he was walking and healthy. He's good. That was a nasty fall. The Shield reuniting for that was
the Shield power.
The Shield power was awesome on AJ. I was like, wow, I can't believe they're gonna beat AJ like this. This is a good way to beat AJ.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way to beat AJ.
Protects him.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, just every time they do it at the right time.
They do, man.
And with them debuting a Survivor Series, was it 3-4 years previous? So it was just like Survivor Series can be their pay-per-view, if you will. There's lots of debuts, lots of big moments that they want to keep, and they definitely did. WWE did a good job of making sure that Survivor Series is still one of the big four. We laugh and joke around that it isn't, and for the most part it isn't. Let's not lie about that. Big things have happened, and this was definitely a step in the right direction to keep it as one of the big four.
It was definitely the best Survivor Series event in
many years. Yeah, many years.
So, I mean, as long as they continue with the brand split, and you have Raw versus SmackDown, I mean, you should always have these type of Raw vs. SmackDown competitions, and if you have that, I mean, there's no reason why Survivor Series can't continue to be as good moving forward year after year like it was this year.
Yeah, for sure. And then another a clever elimination for the men's match when James Ellsworth grabbed Braun Strowman. Dude, I was like, okay, if this is the payoff for all Ellsworth has done, that is great. Because it started with Braun Strowman, and then Strowman just destroys him and throws him off the stage to a table.
Like a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, he launched him, man.
That was so funny. And then he goes down on SmackDown with the whole The Miz retained the Intercontinental Championship via Maurice.
Thanks to
Maurice. They're doing such great work now. Again, I said last week, Miz is having a career year. The dude is, man.
That was awesome though. See Maurice ring the ring bell.
Sami Zayn's
like, I won, yeah.
And then just go crazy man. It's great.
That was awesome.
Baron Corbin reemerges. Apparently, he's not injured. Attacks Kalisto in the middle of the Cruiserweight Championship match, and it's just the match could have been good, and it's just
the match was
it could have been good. And I was like, I want the Cruiserweight division to come to SmackDown, and because Raw had more time, it seems like it's not.
I feel like there wouldn't be enough time on SmackDown for them to have that. They just.
I mean, they cut it off at 10 on the dot.
Yeah, it's 9:50, like 8, and then SmackDown's over.
Any other big things from the pay-per-view? Charlotte attacked Becky Lynch after the match.
Bayley.
Becky, Bayley.
The two B's. Who do we think attacked Nikki Bella? Because she got eliminated before the match. I think it was Natalya, to be honest with you.
I think so.
I think Natalya is the one they're hinting at was the one who was doing it. I actually think it might be Eva Marie. I think someone else could be the one that.
That'd be a good way to bring her back.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's almost too obvious that it's Natalya, and all signs point to Natalya. But if they did do it, like Carmella was saying, like if it was Carmella. Don't you think I would take the credit for that?
Right.
I would love to kick your ass again. And I just a jealous Eva Marie keeps her heel. And
that's awesome. I think
it could be an interesting dynamic, especially now if they're not gonna. Let's say after the Nikki Bella and Carmella angle is over, they can transition Nikki to face like Eva Marie, help bring along Eva Marie, and we'll see.
I like that concept there.
Yeah, so
I think it'd work out.
Do you guys have any other theories, or were you both?
I've been thinking about Eva Marie.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was just like, Nat because she's first to show up at the scene pretty much. And
Yeah,
they
I
kind
think
of
it's gotta be the
they painted the picture for it to be her.
Yeah.
But I think what you said would probably even be better than it being Natalya, to be honest with you. Bring Eva Marie back, get even more heat than she already has on her.
Yeah.
And start a pretty good feud where one is clear face, clear
Clear
heel.
heel.
There ain't no doubt about that.
Nikki still does get the loudest cheers of the women. Probably.
Yeah, she does, no doubt. Everybody loves Nikki.
Everyone loves Nikki.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and dive on into Raw. Wasn't a bad Raw.
Do we have?
It wasn't a bad Raw. They announced Charlotte versus Sasha next week in Charlotte, North Carolina, for what Charlotte gets her name from. Friend Tatiana's going to be there, so shout outs to you.
Nice.
And I think this is the first Raw she's going to since she's moved down to North Carolina. Should be a good show. And there's a Cruiserweight Championship match with Rich Swann versus Brian Kendrick as well. Should be pretty good.
Rich
I like Rich Swann.
Yeah.
He has some.
He's got the talent, man.
Some funky moves.
He got some talent, some charisma.
He's got it, man.
Song.
Yeah.
So catchy
He's
kid.
a full package, right? He's got it.
He's definitely taken the reins of the Cruiserweight division and just ran with it.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
he
has.
he's like the only one that's naturally gotten over with no story.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Right.
You don't know anything about him.
There's nothing about it that he just likes to dance.
Right?
Let's see. I was happy to see Cedric. Speaking of the Cruiserweight division, I was happy to see Cedric Alexander get a big win against Davari.
Yeah.
Any win right now, it's a good win.
Yeah.
I mentioned Rich Swann get a Cruiserweight championship. The promo with Enzo Amore.
That was too funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I remember when I was like we were texting. I was like, I'm surprised it's gotten this much time.
Yeah, right. You got like a few minutes.
I'm
I was
surprised
like,
WWE even went
Ran with that. Yeah, no, I was like, are we really just kind of easing out of that?
Yeah,
PG?
right.
Like, it's typically see stuff like that. And I was like, oh wow, like they're really rolling with this.
yeah, right.
How long is this gonna go? It was unbroken. It wasn't or anything like that. And just when he just gets to Lana,
Right.
and he's just looking like proud of what he's got.
Right.
Just, how you doing? I was loving it. But just him passing by the Shining Stars, saying, if you put a picture of this in your thing, it'll probably sell more.
Yeah.
It's funny, quirky, or witty comments, and then just Lana just like it is not innocent schoolgirl, but you're
Right.
just smiling, looking at it, and your thing is out. And then, I think it's almost a testament to Rusev too, because he almost can do no wrong either. Like whatever he's given, it just turns out good. Like, and he's just coming here. Why are you naked in front of my wife?
Right.
Just I'll be living. It's
I
so
crush.
good. I crush. Here's the thing. I was pretty sure Rusev was gonna come out of nowhere and just attack him, but I guess they want to have fucking Rusev just attacking a naked dude on the ground
Right.
backstage and having like the sensor thing just flop like all
Right.
over the place.
I mean, a little too much.
No. But what I thought was funny is like during the course of the promo, and when Cass came out, and he's like, "Is there a problem?" And it's like cheer moment, crowd cheer, and they didn't cheer. I was like, part of me is like, what I've been saying for weeks is he needed to do more than that hot tag.
Yeah.
But part of it was like, just let Enzo have this promo. This promo is working right now. Like,
Yeah,
let it happen.
yeah,
And he shows
clearly.
up, it's like, boo. Now we're not going to see the fight backstage. So, main event: Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship match. No disqualification. Chris Jericho and Roman Reigns banned from ringside.
Yep.
As soon as they said that, and it was like no DQ match, they're gonna end up backstage somewhere. They're gonna end up somewhere, and the match is good. First
Good
off,
match, yeah.
Seth Rollins jumping off of that one thing in the audience.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, dude is wild.
He takes a lot of risks.
Yeah, he does. And I was like, that's concrete down there, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, be careful.
Raw ran long. It ran to like 11-12 or something like that. And then I was like, where are they going? Like, are they going to spill this over into the network, or what's going to happen with it? And then towards the end of the match, I was like, so who's going to like jump in and just screw all of this?
Right.
And Chris Jericho comes out in a Sin Cara mask.
So funny, man.
So funny. Just playing up the argument
Right.
they had the previous week. I was like,
So
man,
dirty.
this guy is so good.
Yes.
No wrong.
He does almost no wrong, and I thought it was hilarious to see.
It was, man.
Just going back to just real quick while we're on Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho, we believe Chris Jericho deserves a title opportunity. Do they run with this Chris Jericho Kevin Owens thing into WrestleMania? Does Jericho have a match for the world title against Kevin Owens at WrestleMania?
Damn, man. I wouldn't even be upset about that.
I wouldn't either, man.
Yeah.
Jericho's just done so damn good. And honorable mention for the night was when they almost broke up.
That was so good, man. I was like, really? No, and everyone's just like, no, and just
Like, whose fault is
just
it? Roman Reigns!
That was so good, man. That was. Shout out to you. I don't know.
That got me, man.
It was so good. I was like really believing this because this is, people in wrestling break up. They're
Right.
mad at each other. Now I'm waiting. Who's gonna hit who first? And Jericho's always the guy who backstabs. So
Yeah, he is.
It'll be interesting to see. Just while we're on that, real quick, idea for you, Chris Jericho. You need to have a new light up jacket, and on the back, you need to have the list.
Yo.
Light as soon as he's doing, the back here, fireworks going off, and then the list just lights up, and the crowd's gonna pop so
hell
hard.
yeah.
Man. He's like, he still brought the list to him at ringside. What I think would be funny is during the middle of the match, he's like arguing with someone. It's like, hey, no! They're doing Kevin Owens. He's coming back, and he has his jacket with him, like during the course of the match. And he's like, you know what? For doing that, give me the list. And then write on like a sharpie or something, just write his name on the back of the jacket or something. I think that would be so funny.
That'd be
though.
awesome, man.
Or if there was a one last light up on the thing, and he like turns it on, and then it lights up.
That'd be sweet.
That would be so good.
That would.
I'm happy to see it. Kevin Owens needs to win that match though.
Yeah,
It'll be a huge win for Kevin Owens. It's fun to see Jericho back in a main event at WrestleMania, doing what he needs to. What he doesn't seem to mind doing is putting over other talent. So
That's true.
put over Fandango. Why wouldn't he put over Kevin Owens?
What a God, what a travesty that was, man. Huge mistake there.
Yeah. Wait, how'd you guys like Raw though?
No, just like you said, it was a pretty good show overall. A lot of funny moments, took place for sure. Good promos were cut. Good matches also. So overall, yeah, one of the better Raws I'd say in a while.
Oh yeah, for sure. Benny, what you think of
I
it?
think it was pretty good too. I mean, not bad, nothing spectacular, but it's alright. Manageable to watch.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, right.
We can we'll dive on into our SmackDown reactions now. First thing opening the show, Shane comes out. Just the fact that we're even hearing Shane's music on the night is good.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the money, and he wasn't hurt. That's
the biggest thing there, really.
He offers James Ellsworth a ladder match contract match later in the night against AJ Styles. If Ellsworth wins, he will earn a WWE contract, which he already has been signed. So he'll be around for a little while, y'all.
So let's talk about this real quick.
Go ahead, man. School the folks. That's our champion. Represent us.
Where do we begin here? So, how many weeks has Ellsworth been in the focal point of the story surrounding the WWE World Heavyweight title?
It's been like at least a month.
A month, right?
At least, right?
Yeah, the dude with no chin.
Yeah, the chinless wonder.
The chinless wonder. Chince McMahon.
Yeah, the crimson chin,
So he's been there a month. And okay, now he's signed a full-time contract.
Unbelievable.
So that means we're going to see more of him in the main event.
Yeah. He's got a WWE Championship shot. It's ridiculous.
I hate it. I'm first couple weeks. Okay, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was alright.
Now I absolutely can't stand it. Land opportunity. All right, man got his contract. Not hating on him for that, getting the money, however much they're paying him.
Right.
But now, it's a focal point. It's a focal story. It's around the WWE title.
It's the main story. It's the main belt.
And yet, you have AJ Styles losing to a dude.
This is the third time losing to him.
Yeah. He has more wins on AJ Styles than John Cena. And I think AJ and Dean Ambrose combined. So
That's crazy. That's like unimaginable.
Yes.
Like, who would ever thought that?
who'd have thought a jobber would get wins in WWE?
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Maybe like one.
Yeah.
He's been the champ that runs a camp.
I know.
3 times. Mandy.
You think that'd be enough? You
Yeah.
think that would look. there's certain things WWE does, and sometimes, it's like, all right, cool, you go with it. I don't care for this dude anymore. I don't stop chanting his name, and you guys are feeding into it as much as, and then you guys are some of the reasons he had a contract and why he's in the main event, because you foolish, you stupid idiots, want to chant for James Ellsworth, and you guys are gonna be the same fans. Watch in a couple weeks when he's continually in the main event and he's playing a big part in the storylines and he's costing AJ Styles or he costing Dean Ambrose. A couple weeks later, you guys are gonna get sick and tired of him too, and you're gonna wonder, geez, how did we get ourselves in this predicament?
Yep.
And then these stupid idiots are gonna look back and you'll see, oh wait, I got myself into this predicament because I continued to chant Ellsworth. Look, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I know what you guys are saying, but I'm done with it. I'm tired of him opening the show, and we find out that he's going to be in the main event, whether he's at ringside, he's the guest referee, the guest timekeeper, the guest cameraman, or whatever the case may be. And he opens the show. He's some point in the middle of the show, we got to see his no chin, and then he's some point at the end of the show, we see his no chin. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it. And honestly, SmackDown was on such a roll. But honestly, I really don't care. I understand. Maybe they did it, or they're doing it for the purpose of the Ambrose and Styles rivalry to have another dynamic to it, as opposed to just them two. You could do so many more ways as opposed to
they could.
This reminds me of it's like a Hornswoggle, you just throw it in there, or Zach Gowen, you just throw it in there.
He's the new Zach Gowen.
He's the new
That's
Zach
exactly
Gowen.
what it is.
And honestly, man, SmackDown still I think is the better show, but it's been, sometimes I haven't really necessarily really care about the main event. I want to turn it off before the main event.
Yeah.
Because he's in it.
I'm with you, dude. That's exactly what I did this past Tuesday. I was like, man, this guy again, he's going to be in the main event of SmackDown. This guy who I do not care, I could care less about James Ellsworth. I got no love for you, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, again, respect. You got your money. That's good. Awesome. But do I want to see you in the main event for a contract, a WWE championship opportunity? I don't. So I was like, you know what? I cut the last 30 minutes of SmackDown off, watched something else, went back via DVR, which is a beautiful thing, and then I was able to watch it. But I'm done with him. I'm done with it, man. I mean, I don't want to see him, like you said. I don't want to see this chinless guy out there, getting more spotlight than half the entire WWE roster.
When was the last time Apollo Crews met?
Yeah, who?
Yeah.
What?
Who?
Yeah, who? Yeah, sure. When is the last time we seen Apollo Crews? It's been like weeks.
And that TV time's going to James Ellsworth.
And like you said, I mean, this is all the fans' fault. 100%. They're behind this guy for whatever reason it is. I honestly don't know. Mm-hmm. And just like you said, they're just being stupid idiots. That's it. They're just plain and simple. I mean, you shouldn't be supporting this guy. She definitely shouldn't be in the WWE Championship picture. I'm sorry.
No.
He why? What has he done to deserve a WWE Championship opportunity?
Nothing.
He doesn't a damn thing.
Nothing.
So the fact that again he's getting more spotlight, more attention than a lot of other guys who deserve that kind of attention.
Just real quick,
It's baffling.
I always want to say he's got more spotlight and more camera time than Cena has since he's been on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And as shocking as that kind of sounds,
He just like Mandy said, he's literally the focal point of SmackDown. It's James Ellsworth. For the last month, he's been what you're tuning in to see is James Ellsworth.
It's not even this. It's not even the title. It's James Ellsworth.
He's above the title right now. That's crazy.
And nobody's above the title. Nobody is above the title. Nobody is above the title at all. And I don't know how much more I can take of him.
I mean, if he's in the main event again next week,
He will be.
bro. This guy said when they first started the show, they're like, all right, James Ellsworth is going to be in the main event for title match, ladder match, or for his for the contract, I should say. I lost interest in SmackDown already just at that point. So I'm this week. If we're gonna give who won, I'd say Raw won this week. Mm-hmm. Just Raw did a lot of things well.
He did a lot of things well, yeah.
And Raw doesn't usually win, but if James Ellsworth's gonna be the main focus of SmackDown, then I just don't see how I can keep voting for him.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Like a lot of what you guys are saying now is like times 10 what I was saying like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I'm so tired of it now.
Yeah.
It's funny, and as long as you leave him in that ridiculous, unbelievable funny role, then that's fine. Now he's getting into the realm of competing for something that's sacred, the most prized possession in this industry.
Yeah. And that's him. He's
You earn a shot at this. And I'm not saying he hasn't gotten over. He's gotten over in a way that I didn't think anyone could.
Yes, he's gotten over.
And social media has been a big part of that. I've said that since day one. But it's... WWE loves running things into the ground. While he's the hot hand or the flash in the pan, roll with it. People are digging it. And like I think I remember saying, like, when they were selling his shirts that 1 week, this is probably a feeler. Because if people really buy this shirt, they might actually care about this dude.
I know, it's unbelievable.
And,
nuts.
And just, I'll be a little lighter. I'm not going to say I wouldn't want to be James Ellsworth right now. The fact that he shared screen time with The Undertaker, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton,
It's crazy.
all at the same time, and he's kind of just lurking back behind him, just like, oh my gosh, The Undertaker's going to promo on me. Like, this is just, it's crazy to see, and it's crazy to think. And the dude, he's literally living a fantasy right now. So, lucky you, my man.
Yeah,
I would be
for sure.
doing everything you're doing right now for no money. That's the honest truth. So I can't hate you for that.
Yeah.
It's kind of time to
Move on.
It's
you
time to move
you know,
on.
it's like you had your moment in spotlight. Everyone deserves their 15 minutes. I'll give you that. But
Time has come. Just like you said, Survivor Series, him getting that spot versus Strowman
Strowman. That
should have been it.
the
That should have been the
payoff,
culmination of everything that is Ellsworth. But not the case. He's still going to be around for at least another few weeks.
No.
At least. And like I said, he got a
I'm
contract,
not
so
gonna
it's
lie,
going to be longer
he'll
now.
probably be in the Rumble. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, God, please don't say that.
Bro, he's going to be in the Rumble. You're damn right.
That's
You're
what's
100% right.
He's a jobber in the Rumble, and he'll be in the Rumble for a little while.
He's going to eliminate a couple people too.
I know. He's gonna be sniveling around people. He might get thrown. You know how like Rey Mysterio does like that slide out of the ring. He might get one of those. You hide out under the ring. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he eliminates someone like that. If Braun Strowman's in the Rumble again, and you know how it takes like 5, 6, 7 people to get like the Big Show out.
Yeah.
They're gonna do the same thing with Braun Strowman. And then James Ellsworth would be, oh, where is he? Where is he? Yep. And then down, and it's like Braun Strowman has now gotten the duped twice by James Ellsworth,
That'd be wild.
which then leads to the WrestleMania.
Oh my gosh. Heck no.
And the
No.
payoff of all payoffs is there because that's when Braun Strowman can look like a true monster.
Strowman would.
do some
he's already killed him.
dastardly things to James Ellsworth. Look, you saw what they did with Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn on Raw. Beat him to a bloody pulp.
He destroyed
And
him.
Mick Foley's to the point where like, all right, come on.
Right,
relax.
it's like it's over.
Yeah. This is another thing I mentioned on Raw, or I've mentioned before. Remember Stephanie said, your jobs would be on the line if you lost. The only person who was punished whatsoever was Sami Zayn. Why were there no repercussions for the rest of the men's
Right.
Raw Survivor Series?
Why is Sami
And
Zayn
he-
getting this treatment?
And he got his repercussions were against the guy that was on the team that lost.
It's true. To James Ellsworth.
To James Ellsworth. But again, like you said, everybody else got a pass.
Continuity and, you know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, so.
Whatever. The Miz vs. Kalisto for the Intercontinental Championship match. Baron Corbin interferes in this. It's another beautiful end ways.
So beautiful.
I love seeing
Oh,
it.
so beautiful.
Yeah. Tag team turmoil match to determine the number one contender at TLC. I still think the Usos are copying Roman with their slow, methodical walk. It's annoying. And I literally just like, will y'all stop being... Come on with something new, you know? It's like, y'all are just... Now you're in whack clothes wrestling. And
Right.
you're like little Romans. Little
Roman Jr.
It's-
Junior 1 and Junior 2.
it's annoying for me to see, but what I will say at the end of the entire turmoil match, when the Wyatt family appeared on the Titantron,
No,
and they were
sweet.
saying, "Me and Randy are coming for you next week. Run!" That was great.
Oh, man, I would love to see I'd love to see Randy and Bray as tag champs.
Could you imagine, like, if
I'd love to
they
see
really
that.
do win the tag team championships? This will be Bray Wyatt's first championship, and it'll be tagged with Randy Orton.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it.
The man needs gold.
Yeah, he does.
So you need gold if you're gonna be feared, right?
So first he needs some wins, and then now he's gonna get a little, maybe get some gold, you know.
If you can get some gold, that'd be a good
So
start.
add to his win count.
Yeah, he's been winning a lot lately, you
I
know.
know, I'm so
Yes.
proud. I can finally wear my shirts again.
Yeah,
But
right.
just them being the sole survivors of SmackDown, though, wasn't that something awesome? Just going back to Survivor Series real quick, RKO out of nowhere to Seth Rollins trying to do the
So
frog
beautiful,
splash. I was like, I was like, where's Randy? Where's Randy? Where's Randy? What's that doing? There's no way he's gonna beat them right now. RKO out of nowhere, dumps out of the ring, and I'm like, that was so great.
Yeah, Randy hits the best RKO's on Seth,
He
man.
does. Just Seth knows how to be there to take it the right way.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a thing of beauty, and that was awesome.
Credit to both of those guys.
That was what I saw coming. It was still happy out the
Yeah,
outcome. It was executed
perfectly.
beautifully. During the course of the show, I thought it was pretty funny how, you know how in WWE, you're ejected from the building. Okay, we're just not going to see him until the main event. Ambrose stuck around all
He kept
night,
going back.
annoying Shane. I thought it was so funny. I was like, now look at them. This is if Daniel Bryan is the one writing the show or whatever, this is Daniel Bryan making fun of WWE for being WWE.
Right.
You know, like he's like, oh no, I'm just, you know, you want pizza? You know, and
Right.
he dressed up as the Mountie one time. I was like, oh look, like, and she's just getting on Shane's nerves to the point where Shane has to leave the building. So I was like, okay, now we know for a fact he was going to be in the main event,
Right.
and he was in the main event.
Of course.
Let's see. The main event was Ellsworth versus AJ Styles in the ladder match for the contract.
It's a shame.
I was surprised to see Ellsworth push AJ Styles from the ladder to the outside of the ring the way he was.
That was a scary spot right
It
there.
was a scary spot, and the way AJ took that.
AJ, he
man,
took a
I
tumble.
was like, yeah, I was like, oh boy, that did not look
Yeah,
good.
he could have got hurt easily.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
He's phenomenal, so it didn't happen.
And then Ellsworth gets the contract by AJ trying to get back in the ring. His foot's all tangled up after he gets hit with the no chin music. So,
Yeah.
so I didn't hate that. Promo of the week. I really enjoyed Enzo's, naked backstage walking promo.
There's a lot of good promos.
There's a lot of good promos.
Raw has some really good promos this week.
Goldberg had a great promo addressing what he's going to do
Universe,
next.
yeah, and then Owens and Jericho obviously had a great promo.
Great. I don't know. SmackDown had a fantastic promo.
I don't know if SmackDown had a. Do you remember a great promo for SmackDown? No.
No, not really.
I
Anything that stood out.
I think I'm probably going to give it to Kevin Owens and Jericho.
Yeah, that segment got everybody.
Yeah, the highlight reel they did. Go check it out if you haven't. It was on the Raw from this past week. It was great. It really got everyone in, and I was like, man, this is funny. And then just Kevin Owens just like when he wants the next picture to come up, monkeys in the truck, come on! And then when it didn't work, like monkeys. You know. And then Jericho calling Kevin Owens a stupid idiot. I was like, oh no!
God,
The reaction he gets when he calls someone a stupid idiot is almost hilarious. It's like, jeez, look at how loud they are for this, man.
Friendship almost ended.
I
It
know.
was almost over.
It was, and
But it's not. It's
they
still,
play Roman Reigns.
It's still going on.
What would be great is if they both eliminated Roman Reigns in the Royal Rumble. That would be great.
I love this.
One of them can't be because I think Kevin Owens will probably be champion. But if he
Yeah,
came
that's
down
true.
and helped him, I'm helping my best friend. Throwback match of the week. Since Goldberg seems to be sticking around, let's go with a longer match than this past
Any match is
Survivor
longer
Series.
than that.
We're gonna go to the Nitro when Goldberg was
Nitro?
the United States champion, facing off against Hulk Hogan.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Hulk
Hogan.
That's Manny's
When he
favorite
was-
wrestler.
When Hulk Hogan
He's
was
not?
the WCW champion. Georgia Dome, 40,000 plus on 3 days build. That's amazing. To
Yeah,
me.
that's insane.
And the commentary was great. Just like finish him off, finish him off. With Bobby Heenan, man, it was great calling.
It's your boy though, man. Goldberg. Your dude. Your hero.
But it was still a cool sight to see Goldberg dethrone the almighty Hulk Hogan at that moment. And
Brother.
it was at that moment when Goldberg was solidified. He was dual champion, United States champion. Let's not forget Goldberg was the United States champion at one point. And the WCW champion.
Both. Undisputed.
Undisputed at the time.
And it feels so good.
Um,
I've been undisputed champion before.
the match was on
You'll get
July
that.
6, 1998, if you guys are interested in checking it out. It is on the WWE Network.
You're not getting this back.
I'm getting both titles back, actually.
Okay.
I will be undisputed champion once again.
Again. We'll see what happens. Any other news we need to go over or anything like that?
Again, sad day in history. Vandy unfortunately got his first ever championship. In WWE, that is.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time coming. Was it deserved? No, it was undeserved, of course. But I'm kind of happy for him a little bit, a smidge.
Let's see if his reign is glorious.
It's not going to be.
I don't think it won't be the perfect 10. That's for sure.
Oh no, Vandy's reign is coming to an end in less than 2 weeks.
That's in 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks or so. And then he's going to be dreaming of once again holding that beautiful title.
Yeah, only thing I'm going to be dreaming of is a white Christmas. The reality is, I'm still going to be the champion.
Okay. But just real quick though, I know we keep jumping back into Survivor Series. Ty Dillinger's influence was felt throughout the entire weekend.
Yeah, it was.
I was so happy to see 10 for every count. 10, you know.
I loved it.
And I think it was on SmackDown when they really tried to keep it going, and then you see everybody in the audience, 10!
Yeah.
10! But
He's a perfect 10, man. His
He's
gimmick
a
is
perfect 10.
His gimmick's there. I mean, if WWE didn't see it this weekend, I mean, it's,
I know,
the writing was on the wall. Like, hey,
there's no way they didn't hear that.
yeah, he's gotta be called up to the main roster,
Yeah.
and that should have been his last match versus Bobby Roode. He went out with the loss. Crowd cheered him. Obviously, they cheered both. It was a good match.
It was a good match.
It was a great way to
Bobby
start
Roode's
off.
entrance though, man.
Glorious.
I was like, can this dude continue to top himself? It's amazing. It's
Right.
amazing what he can do.
The whole choir out there singing. It was
nice
damn
ass
beauty.
robe. He's the new Ric Flair with a
He is,
better
man.
song. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Let's see. I do have one big piece of news to say though. It's even more important than this right now.
What could be more
This?
fun than this?
It is that I have 2 tickets to WrestleMania, baby! WrestleMania 33. We're bound.
Ooh, look at
We're
those
going.
things right there.
Yeah, real tickets again. Can you believe it's not like the printout sheets or whatever?
Right,
Came
like
in
your
the mail.
email copy.
Came in the mail this week. WrestleMania.
That's sweet, man.
Orlando. Rain or shine. Can't wait to go. Can't wait to see it. But that's our show this week. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter at JamLucas18. You can follow Vandy.
Oh, did you see that?
I didn't see that. I mean, title was trying to make its way back
Tell
to
me.
who it belongs to.
You didn't just do that.
I mean, I may have. Can't guarantee it.
Politics, peasant.
Boy. You can follow Andy at Dave Bernard. You can follow Kevin at OrgiesKevin90. You can follow the show at Cut That Promo and on Sit Down Showdown. Subscribe to us at youtube.com/SitDownShowdown. I'm Rose John Lucas. Dave Bernard.
The current champion, for now.
The glorious champion.
Kevin Ortiz. Always a pleasure to have you.
It is. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving to the folks.
Happy
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Thanks for watching the show. We won't throw the book at you. Until next time.